Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Super Meat Boy. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and today I have a special guest with me.
And I'm... who am I again? I don't know. I'm VGMKoren.
There you go.
Forgetting my name. It's the best.
So yeah, I am doing post-commentary on the back half of Super Meat Boy on the Dark World levels because they're too hard to play with live commentary. And for the post-commentary, as you can see, I have brought in a guest.
You have. No one will ever know if it's a good idea or not, but...
well, we'll know after this is done.
Well, I suppose we will. So,
in any case,
look at all those saw blades.
look at all those saw blades. See, we're getting right into it because the Dark Forest... Well, first let me just give a little background. In addition to the main 6 worlds of the game, each of the main 6 worlds has a Dark World counterpart, where the levels are similar in structure, but obviously a lot harder, with the exception being the forest.
Right, because, I mean, it's the forest.
It's the forest.
They kind of expect you to go, Dark World, what's that? And then you know, hit the button and play around with the levels a little bit early on.
And, you know, when you're first playing the game for the first time, maybe some of these levels are actually pretty friggin' intimidating, but overall they're not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel that even the Hospital Light World is easier than this, don't you?
I do, actually. Wait, the Hospital Light World? I think the Hospital Light World is harder than this.
Oh, did I say easier?
You did say easier.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not forgiving you. This is over. I'm leaving, taking off the mic. It's over. It's done.
Already?
Yeah, that's just how it's gonna be.
Oh.
So, one thing I'm immediately noticing about you playing through the Dark World and us doing post-commentary is you're taking the opportunity to look like a much more competent Super Meat Boy player.
Well, it's because when you're not focusing on commentary while you're... Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Well, you've watched the Light World videos.
I have watched the Light World videos.
Where I run into saw blades like several times in a row.
Well, sometimes saw blades just have a fatal attraction.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's that old Let's Player thing where if you're doing live commentary and trying to play at the same time, it's a lot harder.
It is. You miss things that are extremely obvious.
And you also make extremely obvious mistakes.
And apparently you pause the game, too.
Yeah, when I was doing this, just for this world, I was getting... People were sending me messages, and I had to talk to them for a little longer than that. But, you know...
Judging you.
I edited it out. The pause was actually several seconds longer, maybe even a couple minutes. You don't know.
I don't know, though I don't think I would have appreciated you, you know, just leaving the pause screen up for 5 or 10 minutes.
Exactly, so you're welcome.
So, an interesting thing about the Dark World is most of the level design, especially in the forest, is basically the Light World level and then something different, like saw blades, like we see here.
Yeah, or even aesthetic, like this level used to be on fire.
And now it's not on fire.
It was doused.
It's good. And this level's on fire now.
Yeah, now we're back to fire.
And you ran into the fire.
Well, you know, I have a thing for fire.
And saw blades, apparently?
I don't know, I've warmed up to fire.
No, we are not making this a pun episode.
Okay. Well, it's only the first episode you're in, with me. Speaking of which, why don't you tell us about yourself, VGMKoren?
Well, I am also a Let's Player, and you can find me on my own channel, VGMKoren. Mr. Devious and I have known each other for a while, and so he asked me to come on board and do post-commentary for him with Super Meat Boy.
Yep, and I hope it was a wise decision, because I think it would be a lot harder to do post-commentary on this with just one person.
Well, you never know. You could always be the, and then I jumped, and then I hit the saw blade. You know, spice it up with some sexy voices.
Well, yeah, you know. And then I went in the warp zone.
Oh yeah, warp zone!
Also,
Do you actually have to do that level? That was in the title screen.
what do you...
Oh, this warp zone.
Oh, no, not the one that was in the title screen.
Oh, this warp zone.
What about this warp zone?
I hated this warp zone. This warp zone consumed a few hours of my life, On the bandage on the second level, actually.
Uh-huh.
It just... I tried for hours to get that thing, and I just couldn't...
How about that?
I hate you.
What?
Just a little bit. Like, only a little bit.
To be fair, it was hard my first time playing, especially with these 1 square wide blocks.
Oh, no one's good their first time.
No comment.
Well, that is one thing. Super Meat Boy does have a lot of, especially in the Dark World, very precision platforming elements, and I'm not the biggest fan of them.
And when you combine them with the warp zones, it just gets a lot more outrageous.
This is true.
So that was Space Boy in, the forest.
Yeah. There was a cut there. I saw it.
No, you didn't.
Pointed it out.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Okay, I didn't see a cut there. Guys, there wasn't a cut there.
Uh-huh.
Don't go looking for it.
Yeah, don't. Or else, something.
I don't know.
Look, Meat Boy exploding.
Yay! Everyone loves a Meat Boy that explodes.
Except he doesn't really explode after my first death. I don't think.
Does he?
That
We'll
would be
find out.
spoilers.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that. He hasn't exploded yet.
Yet.
Now I'm just gonna be disappointed that there's no death.
Oh, it's only the Dark Forest.
This is true, but I get impatient when my death doesn't come as fast as I want it to.
Also,
4-bit Meat Boy.
yeah, I feel that they got kind of lazy about this point with the unlockable characters through the bandages. Because 3 of them are just alternate Meat Boys that you play in the warp zones.
Is there a difference, even aesthetically, between 4-bit and 8-bit Meat Boy?
8-bit Meat Boy has some basic shading on him, where 4-bit Meat Boy is just like solid red with a bit of black.
That's good old Atari for you, though. That Meat Boy model would be, like, godly for Atari standards. That would be the entire system's processing capabilities. You would just turn on the game to look at that.
Yeah, the game would just be looking at Meat Boy,
Ugh.
and then it would crash.
Yeah, because that's how Atari games work. That bandage.
This is an awful bandage because you have to jump. You can't touch Meat Bandage Girl.
And you did anyway, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So, frustration, but it's nothing too bad. If you notice, even Meat Boy's splats, his little meat splats, are 4-bit.
They are, which makes them look rather odd in comparison to the rest of the level.
Yeah.
Where were you going?
I don't know. I just kind of ran off to the right.
I need to go right.
Going left? This is unconventional.
It is.
In your
Like,
video games.
That's how platformers work. You just hold right, right?
It reminds me of one level actually in Yoshi's Island where you start off having to go left and there's nothing but abyss to the right.
It kind of reminds me. Oh, pause. Let's watch.
No.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I just wanted to show off the pause screen because I hadn't shown it off up until this episode.
That is not true.
No, it's not.
No.
Swapping characters.
Yeah, lets us see the pause screen.
Oh. Eyes.
Yeah, this is... Usually I really like the monotone levels, but not this one. This one just kind of is like, hey, I'm in your face.
Oh, it's very eye-straining.
Yeah. Thankfully, we're back to a good aesthetic design here in this level.
Nice, dark, spooky, and with a wall of saw blades, but this version of the level isn't actually any harder, I think, than the first version of the level.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it just really has that saw blade chasing you.
So we come to the final level of the Dark Forest already.
Well, the Dark Forest is the Dark Forest. It's not very long, not very hard. It's like your first high school date.
I see.
Note, I did not have any high school dates like that.
I only had one high school date.
How'd that end up for you?
Failure.
Excellent!
Oh.
Well, and that's it!
What a good
all
note
you
to
need
go
to
out.
know.
What a good note to go out on, except we're not done here.
Oh.
Because
well,
because there was one level there I actually missed a bandage in.
Oh.
Because it blends in with the rest of the level. I was going to mention it, but I didn't notice it again.
Oh god, that's a sneaky bandage.
Let's see if you can spot it.
That bandage should be a star of a stealth game.
Do you see it?
Oh wow, that is very cleverly hidden.
It is. I mean, I actually had to look it back up to remember where it was. Of course, once you get it, it's done.
Well, once you get it, you're like, how did I not get that? And then you rage at yourself a little, but
That's true.
it's just one of those bandages.
So the Dark Forest comes to a close, and to be honest, the Dark Hospital won't be that much a big a deal either. But after that,
The Dark Salt Factory is where the game just starts throwing death your way, even more so than everything else.
that's when it starts getting into Rapture difficulty again. But though that's all spoilers.
So, we'll talk about that when the time comes.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.